Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Oh, O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shraddha Vibhaga Yoga 17th Adhyaya. And Sri Krishna has so very nicely and in details explained about the three types of dana that the people of three tendencies, the sattvic, rajasic and tamasic, they undertake the acts of giving the gifts. And how the sattvic dan is the purest of the pure, without any expectations in return, which is done in a wholehearted, pure, and with a clean heart. There is no reluctance, there is no grudge, and it is done in a wholehearted manner, at the right time, at the right place, to the right person who deserves that gift. Rajasic dana, Sri Krishna says, well, there is always an element of some expectation that I must get out of this act of giving the gift. And that gift is not given with a clean heart. That gift is not given in a happy mood, but rather it is given with reluctance. And it is given with providing a helping hand, but as a doing as a favor to somebody. So with all these attachments to that making a gift, Sri Krishna says that is the rajasic gift. And what to talk about the tamasic? It is the worst kind of gift that can ever happen. The gift which is done at most inappropriate time, at the inappropriate place, and the inappropriate person. All these things, they do no good to the giver and to the taker. And Sri Krishna says, Adesha kale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate. Adesha kala, improper place and time. Inappropriate place and time, the wrong place and time, and also to the wrong person, not the deserving person. Apatrebhyascha diyate. And asatkut tamavadnyatam tattamasam udarhutam. And it is given without respect, with the high feelings for the person, with no positive feelings for the person to whom that gift is given. It is given without any respect for that person. And the giver may even insult the person while giving it. Hey, go. So that is not the way of giving a gift. And Sri Krishna says that kind of gift, tat tamasam udarutam. Such a giving, such a offering to a person is termed as the tamasic type of a dana, which is done at the wrong place, at the wrong time, to the wrong person, with the in an insulting manner, which is done without any respect. no regards for the person who is going to receive the gift. Such a gift is tamasic gift. Now, if one is doing the sattvic type of gift, yes, the results are very positive. The results are conducive to both the giver as well as the taker, because the giver is giving in the right spirit. The taker is receiving the gift at the right place, at the right time, and it's the most appropriate gift for that person's further progress, for whatever that person needs to fulfill that need. Now, it is a win-win situation. In Rajasic, it is win-lose. I want my glory, I want my publicity, I want my name and fame. Other person, I'm not bothered. And the tamasic type, it is lose-lose. Neither I am gaining anything by way of giving that kind of gift, inappropriate gift at the improper place, improper time, and the improper person. And giving without any respect. In fact, giving with the insulting that person. So that kind of giving a gift, that kind of dana is no good for anybody. It is a lose-lose situation for both. Now, how to come out of it? For Sattvic, the win-win situation, everything is perfect. Both the giver and the taker, they are moving forward on the path. They are moving forward on the path of realization to some extent. Giver, definitely. Taker, maybe his own karma will determine whether he is following the path of liberation. But in case of Rajasic and Tamasic, no, that doesn't happen at all. There is no forward movement. Now, is there any way out from this? Now, Sri Krishna is going to tell us about how people with the tendencies of the Rajasic and the Tamasic, and even the Sattvic for that matter, to add up to their benevolent nature, to add up to their positives, how a gift can be given, how an austerity can be performed, how a worship can be performed, that now Sri Krishna is going to tell us from in the coming verses. So let us read today's verse 23. oṃtatsaditi nirdeśo brahmaṇastrividhaḥ smṛtaḥ brāhmaṇāstena vedāśca yajñāśca vihitāḥ purā. Sri Krishna is giving a great formula, in fact, for us, a great way out. Sri Krishna says, Om Tat Sat, these three words. Om Tat Sat iti nirdeśo. Nirdeśo is, these three words, they designate. These three words, Om Tat Sat, is the designation of what? Brahmaṇastrividhaḥ smṛtaḥ. The Brahman. These three words are the designation of the Brahman, the threefold designation, not just one or two, but the threefold designation of the Brahman. Brahman can be described as Om Tat Sat. So Sri Krishna says, Om Tat Sat iti nirdeśo brahmaṇastrividhaḥ smṛtaḥ is declared to be a threefold designation of Brahman, these three words. Brahmaṇāstena vedāśca yajñāśca vihitāḥ purā. Brahmana. The Brahmana is a scriptural text, part of the Vedas. The Brahmanas, alike the Upanishads. The Brahmanas, they are also the scriptural texts which are part and parcel of the Vedas of Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda. So these Brahmanas, by these three words, Om Tat Sat, that were made of old Brahmanas, the Vedas, as well as the Yajñas, the Brahmana, the scriptures, ancient scriptures which are embedded in the Vedas. So those Brahmanas, the Vedas, as well as the Yajñas. Yajñas is the sacrificial acts, the rituals. Now all these three words, they comprise everything, Sri Krishna says. It is just not that they signify Brahman Om Tat Sat, they signify Brahman, but by that were also made the old Brahmanas, the Vedas, and the sacrificial acts. Everything under this creation, for that matter, in terms of the spiritual journey. The spiritual journey starts with Vedas. Vedas contain Brahmanas. Vedas also contain the protocols for carrying out the sacrificial rituals. So this kind of the entire spiritual journey is comprised in these three words, Om Tat Sat. So that is what Sri Krishna says, that Om Tat Sat, this has been declared to be the triple designation, threefold designation of the Brahman. By that were made of old Brahmanas, the Vedas, and the Yajñas. So whatever even the scriptures are there, they are created out of Om Tat Sat. That is the ultimate reality. That is the Brahman. And from this Om Tat Sat, from this triple reality, from this threefold designation of Brahman, came out all the knowledge that we have. Knowledge in terms of the Vedas, the Brahmanas, and the sacrificial rituals, the yajñas. Every time a necessity arises for indication of Brahman, these three words, Om Tat Sat, are utilized either together or individually. Each of them, Om, Tat, and Sat, all these three words, they represent Brahman. They also represent creation. They also represent the knowledge as a whole in terms of Vedas and Brahmanas and the yajñas, the sacrificial acts, the sacrificial rituals. Om Tat Sat are utilized either together or severely or individually. Brahman projects himself as sound for the purpose of manifesting himself as the phenomenal world. Before anything came into existence, first came the sound. And what was that sound? That sound was Om, the Pranava. It is also called as, Om is also called as the Nada Brahman. It is the sound manifestation of Brahman. And from sound, so as per the scriptural evolution of this creation, as mentioned in the scriptures, first came the word. And which was that word? That was this Nada Brahma, that was the Om. From Om came this entire creation. First was the word Om. So it is the sum total of the sound of this cosmos is Om. And that is what nowadays, in fact, even there are a lot of we keep on getting all these forwards that even in the space, that scientists, they are trying to listen to this Omkar, which has covered, which has encompassed this entire space. So that Om is the base. Om as a sound, as a Nada Brahman is the base. This sacred sound is interminable. Brahman is referred to by the utterance of Om. And in fact, Brahman is referred to by utterance of all these three singly or together. The Om, Tat, Sat. The moment we say Om, it refers to Brahman. The moment we say Tat, it refers to Brahman. And the moment we say Sat, it refers to Brahman. So that is such a great power embedded within these triplet designation of Brahman, within this threefold designation of Brahman, the Om Tat Sat. And Sri Krishna in this shloka has just started giving us more details about this Om Tat Sat and its formation, and how we can use this Om Tat Sat, which is nothing but Brahman itself. How this Om Tat Sat can help us getting rid of the bad tendencies, getting rid of the tendencies of Rajasic and the Tamasic in our austerities, in our worship, in our meditations, in our alms giving, in our giving gifts. How these three words, the designation of the Brahman, can be used. How we can use this Om Tat Sat to get rid of those negative effects which are coming out of those inherent tendencies. Brahman is referred to by the utterance of Om and also indicated by the word Tat, which means it. A respectable person is not referred to by his name, but with a simple word. It is kind of reverential. We never call a senior person, a reverential person by, say, name. We just call he, we just call sir. So that way, Brahman is referred to as Tat, it, that, the supreme most. Again, the Sat means reality. Sat is the ultimate reality, which also forms the part of that definition of Brahman, that nomenclature of Brahman as Satchit Ananda. Sat is the ultimate reality. Absolute reality is Sat. The existence, the absolute existence, that is Sat. And that also becomes part of this trinity of Om Tat Sat. So Sri Krishna has given, just started off telling us about this mighty, powerful formula, Om Tat Sat. He says Om Tat Sat is nothing but Brahman. And from Om Tat Sat, from this triple powerful formula, has come out all the scriptures, all the Vedas, all the Brahmanas, and even the sacrificial acts, the yajñās. Everything related to a spiritual practice has come down from Om Tat Sat. So that was the 23rd shloka that Sri Krishna has just given us an introduction of the Brahman as Om Tat Sat and how Om Tat Sat can help us in bettering our undertakings, whether it is undertaking of worship, whether it is undertaking of austerity, or whether it is undertaking of giving a gift. We can make use of, this Om Tat Sat, the Trinity, can be helpful to us in making those acts holier ones, making those acts purer ones. So that we will see in our next readings as Sri Krishna continues to tell us about Om Tat Sat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.